Heretic, what happened last time?
We were camping out on our way to the castle, and in a cave, and some elves attacked us and turned us back. We went back and camped out at my cave. We headed back towards the halfling village, and there was a statue of a goddess on the way. We were attacked by some creepy crawlers. We lost some people, and we regrouped at the village. I don't recall if we headed out again yet or not.
Nope, I think that's it. I will add to that you've been eating for free at the Singing Candle Tavern under your benefactor Percy the Halfling, who owns the tavern, has been, offering you his finest wine and rooms, and even in order to for the agreement that you would keep his secret, that he's been working with local criminals for some purpose. He's offered to outfit you. And so now everybody should have a free piece of armor and a free weapon for each of their characters. And then of course you should have stocked up on basic equipment apart from that. So it is currently Luna Duin, the 28th of Ambermont. And since the rains have passed, it has become a it has been it's been a clear late summer, early fall outside. The mists you can see under the dual moons of the world of Mystara. With the moons lit up in the night sky, you can see the mist over on the other side of the mountains, seemingly kept at bay. And you are currently in the Singing Candle Tavern. You've gathered 3 more people who've agreed to go with you. You've convinced them that it's best to give a shot at dying some other way, because no one else has ever come back from the mists. And so you've convinced them to make their way to the palace and try to escape the lands of the Gulluvia that way. They're all escaped criminals and slaves and manservants. And, the other thing important to note is after sunrise tomorrow, at some point tomorrow, the charm will fade on Percy.
Wah, wah, wah.
So we best recast it soon.
You can try.
Also, if it's no bother to you, I'll be rolling the 2d6 to see what my new talent is, since I'm level 3 now.
Nice.
And Ross, I gotta ask, how much of that XP goes towards my character? Because Druga perished halfway through, so I guess would only half of that or something end up for my character?
Since I can't answer that, I would say take it.
Okay.
I know what you mean, though. Usually I try to okay, this is the point where they died. I usually do that, but I can't answer that, so.
Okay. All I gotta do then is I'll roll his additional hit points in just a moment once I find the right hit die.
I think everybody was level 2, so you would start at level 1 and you can add 18 XP to level 1, which would put you at level 2 with 8 XP toward 20, I think.
Are we doing the thing where when you level up, it goes back?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, then I only have 5
But
XP.
you can carry over. It's not. I don't see anything in the rules. Maybe I'm wrong, but I don't see anything in the rules like BX where you lose it. So if
that's what I got. Is I've kept it. But,
okay.
Nice. Plus 6 HP. Very good.
I was reluctant to ask because it's like on the one hand it's like, well, I don't want to spoil it for everybody just in case, but then on the other hand it's like I don't want to not.
All right. Is there anything else that you want to do in town? You've already kind of you entered a knife throwing contest and blinded somebody, and they ran out of town, and now you have a mortal enemy. And presumably had all sorts of drinking going on apart from that, and had a good time. This is how you got a lot of that XP as well. So that's already happened. You've already recruited people. And during the night, you went and tried on all the armor and stuff, and it's ready to kind of pick up and go. Oh yeah, Percy has asked that you not be seen in the armor, or at the very least, you not trace it back to here. The armor and weapons all look dented and used. So, Heretic, what do we do?
I don't think I rolled for hit points. The dwarfs I rolled with advantage, right?
He does roll with advantage, yes. You do roll 2 and pick the best one. Ooh,
Snap.
wait, it's very good that you did.
Hey!
Wow. It's huge.
All right. What are we doing now? What is our destination, gentlemen? Are we going to go through the elves or around them?
Well, is there anything we want to tie up while we're in town? Like, with Percy the shopkeeper, I think if we don't act on it, well, we could leave town before the spell fades on him, or we could risk seeing what happens if we try to ensorcel him once more. Of course, I'm sure if things go wrong with the ensorcelment, things could go potentially bad, but...
I
It leaves town either way.
Go for it.
I believe you also have a mule, which has
We do,
what was
yes.
On a swag on.
has 40 or 30 slots.
Yeah, 40 slots. We got 20 torches, 19 rations, and an extra thing of bolts. Crossbow bolts. And as people are talking about whether or not we should re-sorcery Percy, if anybody looks at Trevor, he kind of grins and does this little like doodly doodly with his fingers.
And with
I
those
see what I
rations,
smell.
that's 11 and a half days for each of you if you ate just off the mule.
I've also filled my inventory with rations and 3 torches.
All right. So, yeah, what's the plan? Heretic.
Right. Up to the magic user. Wants to take the risk.
All right. Trevor, yeah, let's head towards Percy's place.
He's
Probably packed ahead of time.
he comes back, to the tavern after he outfits you all, and he's like, "Well, enjoy what you can before your feet hit back into the road. Good luck out there." He smiles at you.
Now, Mr. Percy's, there's one thing I wants to ask you.
Yes?
Bippity boppity boop. Let's see here. Cast that spell with advantage. Come on. Hey!
Nice. Passes, yeah.
Better roll see how many days. 5 days? Okay. Something.
He looks you in the eye as you say something ridiculous like bippity boppity boop, and he looks at you and he says, "I just want you to know that you're welcome here. I know you saved my life, and at this point, we're all in this together. What's happening in this godforsaken barony? God's forsaken barony, You're welcome to stay here as long as you need. And food and rooms on me."
Up to roughly 5 days.
Oh, well, I guess. All right.
So I
and
just talks into myself.
okay. And he goes serve somebody else some some giant salted frog legs, which you can have here.
I think it worked.
And yeah, giant salted frog legs and some.
Trevor, little wizard man. Is that man, is he going to continue helping us?
At least for a little while.
So he does not do it out of the good of his heart for us.
Oh, no, he does. He just has a little bit of encouragement in that direction.
Oh, I see, I see. Not the kind of encouragement Taran would give, but I approve.
It's like a few drinks, but without the hangover.
Oh.
At least tomorrow. I never bins around to see what happens when it wears off. Usually on my way by then.
He's given quite a bit to us. Hmm.
Yes, he is. He might be real upset. Oh, he might be real upset.
All right.
Thanks, maybe we didn't think this through. Might have acted a wee bit on impulse.
Okay, so you all now have the the patronage of this of Percy. You know, if for some reason you did have to come back here again, Heretic. What next? Actually,
Ready to go then?
I'm supposed to roll. Got to do that. You all have been here for a couple of hours, a few hours. One of the guards from the town, a bounder, he saw you come in, you know, with your dead friend. Or did you leave him in the cave? What did you do with the bodies, the one body, I suppose? Or no, they dragged them all off, didn't they? And they ate them.
I'm afraid so, yeah.
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 Well, anyways, one of the bounders sees that you came back without your friends, and he comes over and removes his hat, and he says, I'm so sorry to see that you lost friends out there on the road. We try to help folks. I think you've seen that. Percy is a good man.
Aye, he
Thank-
is.
Go ahead.
Aye, he is.
Aye. And he's holding his hat. Riga, roll a d8, please. Got a 2. He leans in, whispers to you all. I have heard some talking that you're trying to find the palace.
Aye.
Well, I'll tell you something.
Indeed we are. You wish to join our quest?
No, not at all, in fact. I'll instead give you a warning. You see, I've heard travelers coming from there. Some of them escaped from from Thorold and from Nassau, and they traveled east just to survive to get here. Never mind the facade that they put up in Thorold, as if they're a civilized place and not as barbaric as they are in Gulluvia. They're under Galluvian law. And anyways, people have seen the palace. It's real. That's what I've heard. And not only that, but there are notices out for all of the the sellswords and mercenaries that the evil Baroness keeps under her command to try to take the jewel from the palace. I think if anybody finds out that you're trying to find the palace and you're not under the Baroness's employ, you can expect their hunters and mercenaries and assassins to come after you if they find out.
Good, we need a challenge. And besides, at least we know for sure there is, in fact, a palace and there is, in fact, a reward.
Well, I believe there
Been
is.
See,
Yeah.
Belief is
Already
seeing,
is
my
ago.
friend. Belief is seeing.
This little halfling has no idea who Riga is, you know. You say that, and he's like, well, I believe it. I believe it's there. Anyways, best of luck on the road. I'd avoid the forces of the Baroness if I could. Then he goes back to his post in front of the tavern.
We noted.
Perhaps on our way back, if we haven't yet seen success after our next journey, maybe we should find a way to speak with the Baroness. It even
Not
makes
come back
me...
here at all.
Maybe that could be a potential too, though.
That she'll put us in chains.
The prospect of having to travel even further off the beaten path than we have kind of worries me a bit. But I also wonder, if we were working under the guise of this Baroness, it could afford us a means of protection, but avoiding it might be our best choice as well.
We could
Couldn't
also...
sorceress.
Did you say she could ensorcel? Is that what you were thinking?
Yeah, I heard that there are men that are able to, through magic, gain control of other people's minds.
Trevor waggles his fingers.
If we bump into our men, we could easily steal their paperwork off of them and just act as if we were on patrol.
Oh, that is a brilliant idea.
I mean, we're just
And-
going to prospect, right? I heard rumor of a silver vein, and that's all we're going to do is go into the mountains to look for silver, right? When we brought it back here, we'd be properly taxed for it, I'm sure, which is fair.
Well, so far in our venture, deceit and lies has only proved a boon. So I support this.
Shall we be off?
I think so.
Let's hit the road.
Yuri says, I care neither way. My God only wishes to reveal secrets. He does not prohibit me from having them. The sun rises the next day on a... Actually, I have the rain going and it's not. Here we go. On a clear autumn day. And early autumn, late summer. And you can see the mists crowded around on the other side of the mountains to the north of you. You have the path you came in on from the west. And then you have the path that you came from Gulluvia to the southwest. And then off in the distance, the forest to the southeast, there's another trail that you can see winding its way and hugging the tree line. And it snakes its way into the foothills far to the east, miles away.
We're talking about going the mountain way, right? Or are we going to try to crash through the elves?
I guess we... Go ahead.
Yeah, did we land on going through the elves last time? I think we had narrowed it down between mountains and elves.
Yeah.
My character's a dwarf, so he's voting elves again, so he can smack him upside the head for chasing us out last time. But if you guys want to go the other way, I won't exactly complain either.
Admittedly, I'd forgotten that the mountain route was a possibility, but I like either. Either way, it seemed. I was thinking mostly that it was like this a good straightforward way to go there, rather than the long winding route.
If we go through the elves, we're going to have more than one combat like we saw before.
Of note, you all have actually brought on Igrim, Indrik, and Mariel on the idea that they would not go into the mist. But, you know,
Yeah.
they were
Well,
And
that
prepared
is
to
the
do
mist
that.
is the mist is the direction of the mountains, correct?
Yeah, it sits on the other side of the mountains.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
What say ye?
Sounds like it's the elves.
Agreed.
Let's show those dandelion lion eaters who's boss.
All right, let's do it.
Okay, you are walking. It's regular terrain. So, the ranger priest, can roll a intelligence check with advantage. I know I said it was wisdom,
The ranger priest
Oh, he's
is
dead. That's
deceased.
right. He's deceased. Okay. Oh man. Riga, roll a intelligence check, please. 12. Let's see here. All right. No problem. Okay. Um, 6. So that's 4 in the daylight. All right. You're able to make it back to your cave, Riga, without issue. Now, oh, well, never mind. No, you travel for several hours, and get close. You pass the monument of the goddess, and
Before we go, Rultnik will, let's see. He doesn't have a lot of money left, but he'll leave his last 5 silver with her.
It's not
Okay.
quite a gold, dear lady, but it's something.
all right, you leave some silver with her, and let's see, Riga, roll a wisdom check. Seven. Okay. Oh, actually, I'm doing this wrong. It's I see what's going on. You hear across a hill towards the mountains. You hear a really loud buzzing sound. You hear like a zzz, like a sawing sound, and then as you get closer, it gets louder and louder and louder until it just is almost an ear-shattering sound that you can hear. Something right over on the other edge of a hill, and you just hear like bzzz.
I was like bees. Very loud, right? Boring
Yeah,
bees.
very loud. Yeah, ear-shattering loud.
Perhaps we should go around. Or we wish to bloody our blades so early in the morning.
Please have blood. They got honey.
Honey would be good.
All right.
You're
Let's go investigate.
You're gonna go investigate them?
I'm not sure. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I'll wait here and watch the back.
You're not gonna join them?
From afar. Far enough that I don't have any weird creepy, horrifically ugly halflings sneaking up on me again, but
Okay, so you'll stay at far range,
blasting range, yeah. That's I can get rid of
perhaps
magic
with
missile that way.
if you're far from the characters, you will not be far from whatever is far from them. If that makes sense. So you won't be within blasting range of anything they might see if it's farther away.
Okay. All right, he'll follow, but just be behind.
Order of march.
Cowardly.
Very well. Okay. Yeah, this buzzing sound gets louder as you crest this hill, and these things, then these giant fat things, they're probably this big. They look like honeycomb just floating in the air, and they just start coming towards you, and they swarm toward you all. Let's see here.
Luckily, they're being opposed by those axe-wielding men.
Not to bother you, where did my token go?
I'll take a look. Okay.
Oh, that's quite a few of them.
And you can rearrange your tokens in whatever your order of march was. And roll a d20 for an edger dexterity to see what order we go in and if you can beat the monsters.
18 minus...
Alright, so we did beat him. Who got a 19 there?
Looks like Heretic got a 19.
Alright, then Riga goes first, and then the monsters are going to go... Let's see.
Oh, shit. I didn't mean to do that.
Before Jonah. Alright, so Riga, you can act first.
I'll fire my crossbow.
Let me get rid of some of this mist. It's not that bad out here. What in the world? What is causing that? I don't know. Anyways, let's see. A 16. Which one are you shooting at?
The closest one to me.
All right, 16 hits.
That's d6 damage.
1 damage. Okay. All right. Let's see here. Trevor.
Trevor fires a magic missile. Advantage, here it comes. He's gonna attack this fella right here.
Okay.
2 points.
How much to hit? Oh wait, it automatically hits because it's a magic missile. It's just cast. Yeah. All right, 2. You hit it for 2 points. All right. Yuri, I will use. I'll have Yuri cast. Gosh darn it, his stuff's not on here. I'll just, I'm gonna guess, and then I'll look it up later. Anyways, he loses the spell. He's kicked. Alright, the monster's turn. They start swarming you all.
Did they beat a 16?
Say again?
Did they beat a 16?
16?
Yeah, because that was my initiative.
Oh, yeah, you guys don't, they go... Oh, I'm sorry, I have... Here, it would go here after Routneck. Sorry. He goes, Alright.
Hold on a sec, sorry. 1 sec.
So the next person would be Daniel. You stay in the same order. You never lose your order, so it's just whoever rolls highest.
Oh, okay. Yeah, wait, Sorry, is Tanner after me? Then.
Yeah, so it's always in this order: Trevor,
Okay.
Yuri, Daniel, Terran, Routnik, Riga, and
Okay.
then
All right.
whoever acts first is whoever rolls highest, and then the monsters go.
Oh, I see.
You know,
Okay. Gotcha. Yeah, no. I'll get up here and... Oh, you know what? I've got a crossbow now. I'm gonna shoot it.
Yeah,
I'm
I'll
gonna
go
shoot
here
this
after you're
guy.
done.
Straight D20 roll.
That hits.
And a D6.
dang.
Very good.
Which one are you shooting at?
This one... Oh, how do I ping?
Just kind of hold it down on the thing.
The bottom second one from the left.
All right.
Oh, there we go. Yeah.
All right. Terran.
In this system, I don't think we get a penalty for attacking with a ranged weapon like to our armor class. Unless anybody else knows, like to bring up, because I don't think I've seen something like that.
No, you don't have a. What is it? No, there's no penalties or anything like that. No.
Okay. I don't want to. I would love to run up and slash them with my great sword, but I might get. They might like swarm me, like these are apt to do.
I'll be charging into some of them, so they're just as likely to swarm me.
Shall we charge together then?
I don't see why not. Will you allow that, DM?
I mean, you can go in order, and then
Okay.
It kind of like happens at the same time in the fiction, I guess. Yeah.
All right.
All right.
I'll be moving Routnik here and taking a swing at the one to his right.
No, I mean, like, you can stay in order. So, and that's the case. The reason this is important is what we're doing in combat is actually the same thing we're going to do in a dungeon crawl. Technically, we should be doing it all the time, even when we do stuff in cities and things like that. It's kind of the main thing that causes the action economy for stuff to work. So, so you can move Terran, and then the next person would be Routnik, and then the monsters will move.
Yep.
Just in case
Rush
that
up,
affects
and,
something, and I don't know what it's going to, I don't know yet.
The one that everyone has been blasting with their magic and their arrows, are they in the front row here? I'd like to target that one.
And I'll target this one.
Ooh, 13. Does a 13 connect?
A 13 hits.
Awesome.
Which one are you hitting?
I'm gonna swing against, that one right there for 7 points.
All right. You describe how you kill it.
Gonna slash off one of its wings, and while it's on the ground, Terran's gonna kind of press it down into the ground, keep it from ever getting up again with his greatsword.
Yeah, it squeals and crunches as you pierce your blade into the ground with it. This thing in between your blade and the ground, your hilt in the ground, rather. Routnik.
I'm gonna take a swing at this one.
All right.
And with my level up bonus, he's gonna be rolling at a +4, so wish him luck.
Oof.
8.
8 does not hit.
Didn't think so. Oh well.
Do you have a luck token?
Not unless she took 5 silver, no.
All right. It is their turn. And the ones in the back are going to fly around. I think this one's going to fly off here to get, let's see. It's going to move. Let me check to see what these things do. They go near, so they're only going to be able to go kind of like, this one will make it, but these won't. They'll have to go around. Actually, they can pass through their allies. I forgot about that. But they still aren't going to make it. They're going to make it about that far. This one's going to make a check to see if it can make it through you. And fails the check. So it does not. And the rest are in the position they can be in. So 3 will attack Terran and 3 will attack Routnick.
You need to beat 17 on me.
15, 8. This is for Terran. And that 20 for 8 damage.
All right, those two that are the two of them hit, including the crit.
Okay, so it's a total of 9 damage, and then for Routnick,
Miss.
5 misses. Nat 20,
That hits.
and this is a
Incredibly,
17.
that hit.
Okay, for 9 damage, and then both of you make a con check.
Alright.
What if I'm already at 0 hit points?
Do you have 0, or do you have a negative amount of hit points?
The first one would have brought me to 7 hit points, and the second one would have brought me to -1.
-1, yeah, okay, so you would just roll your d4, and then we'll start your timer.
Is it
Fingers
7
crossed.
damage?
I got a 0. I think Terran's dead.
What did you... You got a 0 because of -2, yeah, you're dead.
Oh,
Wow,
oh no.
okay.
Guys, the first attack.
Not the big fella.
All right. Let's see. How much damage for Routnick? I don't know. 2 plus 7 is 9. 9 damage.
Okay, figured it.
You doing okay?
Regrettably, I failed my save.
All right. How many hit points were you at when you filled your save?
8.
Okay. That sucks. That sucks really bad. You go to 0 HP, but do not die and do not have to roll anything. You're just unconscious.
Okay.
The effect of that. As the venom starts to course through your body, and the ground just comes up and meets you. And let's see here. That brings us back to Riga.
Is there one next to me? My map's gone black.
Oh, yeah, there is one next to you. What's
I'll
your...
drop my crossbow and pull out my great axe.
Okay. Oh, maybe I can see if this is... Display name. Heretic. You should be able to see. Let me see here.
I'll refresh it. I just wanted to not miss my turn. It keeps
Sure.
blinking. Like I can see it like for a moment, and then it
Oh,
goes
okay.
back to black. Yeah.
Gotcha. All right, 7 misses.
I'll just come
Oh,
back
wait,
in.
no, okay. Some other dice roll. What would you get to hit?
Rolled it. Didn't it come out?
It rolled and then it didn't show up for me. Like I'm
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, I'm looking and I don't have a result.
Roll again. Did
19.
it come?
Yeah, that hits.
Ooh.
Nice. It did not show up. That's so weird. There's some kind of weird thing going on here.
It's probably because my screen's black. Yeah. I'll like I said, I'll log out as soon as I.
Well, how much damage
Done.
does your weapon do?
This is D8.
Okay, what did it show up for you?
I can't see the screen. I can't see the dice.
Oh, a D8. Did you guys happen to notice the dice the second time that he rolled?
Yes.
It was a lot.
I saw the red die, yeah.
What was it? You didn't see the result?
It was a hit and then a 1.
Really? Okay. That sucks. All right.
But did I
You
roll?
have it
Was it on the
so-
roll with the attack roll, or did it roll separate?
It
I
rolled with it.
separate.
Okay, so I rolled a D8, but I'm using it two-handed, so actually I should have rolled a D10.
Okay.
Apologize.
Do you just want to... Okay, there, I see a 4. Now, 2 of them showed up, but anyways, that's a 4, so... Alright. You slice
I'll
this
log out
thing.
now and come back.
Gotcha. You can... a bunch of ichor flies up into the air in front of this thing, and it squeals, and then hungrily dives towards you. Trevor.
Okay. Trevor's gonna try something that's stupidly dangerous. That can have dire consequences, but here we go. He's going to move up, and he's going to cast Sleep on these two guys.
Okay.
Come on, don't have a disastrous. Hey! Okay. Still
All right.
success. Alright, so
So-
these two are asleep.
What's the what are the specifics of sleep?
Let's see. Creatures in the area of effect fall into deep sleep. If they're level 2 or less, vigorous shaking or being injured wakes them up. So we have
Alright.
to crush their heads quickly.
They are in fact level 2.
Excellent.
All right. Let's see here. Yuri is going to start hitting stuff. Actually, no. No, that's crazy. Terran is not dead yet, right? Because, all right, check this out. Because you roll a d4 and then the next round you would die, right? Am I crazy? I feel like I want to look this up. Or no, I won't look it up. I mean, tell me if I'm wrong. Isn't that the case? Like you go down if you're below 0 hit points, you roll a d4 and you have that many rounds, right? So, Terran had no rounds, right? But he shouldn't be dead right now, I don't think. Am I crazy?
No, would there be a minimum? Like, well, if there's not like a minimum of...
It would be the next round, right? If you roll 1.
Yeah, I mean...
How many rounds do you have left? It's 1d4. So if it's 1, it's your next round is your last round.
Right. That's what
You
I'm
got
thinking.
0.
Combat death. A character who goes to 0 hit points falls unconscious and is dying. Minimum one total. And yeah, you're right. You roll it on your turn when it comes about. So it sounds like you always get at least 2 rounds.
Minimum
from
1.
The way this is worded, because it's like you roll it on. I guess it's worded kind of ambiguously because you roll it when it comes to your turn, so you don't actually end up rolling it to discover how many more rounds until your turn.
Well, I mean, I would read this to say it happens on your turn. Well, no, you're right, because then it has to get to your turn. Yeah. So
Yeah, like
whatever your
'cause,
turn is,
yeah.
and then you
And
have
then
a
the way it's
minimum of
worded.
1, because it says a minimum 1 total. I'm glad we looked at that. So here we go. He's going to try to heal you. This is the last. Oh,
Okay.
you got an 18.
Yes.
Thank the stars.
I don't
Let's get the beat there.
You got 5
Oh.
hit points, and I don't remember. Let's see. I need to get his stuff up. I wasn't prepared to.
Plus-
Oh, go ahead.
Half his level, so he'd be +1.
Yeah, so you get 6 hit points, and you're up.
Oh no, you roll a number of d6
Oh.
divided by your level, so it is 5.
5. Okay, so you get 5 hit points, and you're up. Okay, Yuri, and then Daniel.
All right. I'm gonna back Yuri up and start poking these things. And my spear, I now have a +3 to hit. So there we go. Oh, okay.
Fumbled it. Okay, and Terran.
Oh, I guess Terran's picking himself back up, and he's swinging his greatsword once again.
All right.
An 8. No hit.
Dang it. Here we go. I finally figured out how to clear the fog. Okay. And Routnick is unconscious. And it says you see kind of go to 0. Actually, 0 hit points technically. So you're just unconscious at 0 hit points. Someone needs to heal you to get you back. But you're stable. You're not dying or anything.
I remembered.
And then it's monsters. I'm going to just move this one out of the way. This one is going to try to move past, so I'm going to roll to see if it can do that. It fails and is unable to move. So it fails to do that again. These two will attack that one. Routnick is... I'm just going to move Routnick out of the way for now. Kind of move you back here. Because you're on the ground. So these... Let's see. Two of them are going to attack Daniel. That one, and I assume an 11 doesn't hit Daniel.
That is correct.
This one's going to try to attack Yuri. Misses. Two of them are going to try to attack Terran. And misses, and...
The second one hits.
Oh no. Make
It was
another...
very nearly a 20.
Make a con save, and you take 2 damage.
Ah, I pass it.
Nice. Okay, you just take 2 damage here. Okay, and Riga.
All right, I want to move up to the next one, but I don't know. I keep trying to measure and it won't let me. Move up to the next conscious one.
You can do that. Yeah, I'll say that that's within near range. This would be the next conscious one. And then... Get rid of this stuff. Did it not work? Here we go. Figured it out finally. There we go. Okay. Trevor.
Alright, he's going to move up to near range and try his...
Oh my god, you have
again.
hirelings and they haven't been doing anything. I'm going to give them 3 attacks.
They've been locked in utter fear.
I am going to use them right now. 3 damage. That's it.
Okay, here comes the snooze cube. Hey.
Nice.
Ooh.
Sorry. This first one's a nat 20, two-handed 8. 8 and misses and misses. 8. This one's killed. This happens from far away. 2, 5, 7 damage. Does not kill it. And they would have stayed back here. Okay. So let's see here. You hit... how many did you put to sleep then? Two of them?
Is near a cube in front of me?
Ah.
Near.
Let's see. And you're right here. These are within near. I'm going to say these all go to sleep.
This is... You're really satisfying, like, noises as they hit the ground.
I ought to have a wizard with you. Morale check time. Passes. It's going to fight to the death. Okay. And... Didn't I already just use... No, I have not used Yuri. Yuri is going to try to wake up... going to try to help Routnick here.
Thank you.
Nice. You are up with 2 hit points.
I can work with 2.
All right. And that brings us to Daniel.
All right. These guys are asleep. And Routnick is up. Okay. Oh, he's moving.
I guess
Sorry.
you could say it's sleepwalking.
I'll just put all of my might into a stab onto this sleeping creature here.
All right.
Try and kill it. +3. Another one?
You'll automatically hit. Which one? You're just
Oh,
trying to stab this thing. You can also
Yeah.
just like wait until they're all dead and then go around and kill them if you want to.
Oh, that's very true. Oh, I've already said this. I'll just go for it.
Okay,
So,
you kill it.
okay.
All right, Terran.
All right, Aaron's gonna move up and he's gonna swing one more time against the last one remaining.
I love that character art.
It's a depiction of a famous White Dwarf character, Thrud the Barbarian.
Ah,
He's pretty much what
12
would happen
misses.
if Conan was as stupid as people thought he was.
Routnick, it's your turn.
Awesome. Is this one still up?
Yep.
Not for long.
All right.
Take him down.
It almost landed on an 18 that misses. Okay, that makes it its turn. It's going to attack Routnick. All right, does
Thankfully,
a
still misses.
misses. Okay, Riga.
Nice.
I'll attack it.
Misses. Trevor.
All right, Trevor's gonna move up and cast Snooze Cube again. Hey. Sleep.
Yeah, it goes to sleep. All right, you guys can go around and stab everything if you want.
Yeah.
We will.
We hear. Could we hear these like their wings buzzing?
You mean before you started fighting them?
Yeah.
Yeah, they were very loud.
We hear any more of that noise?
You don't. It falls silent.
As they're
These
being
or what?
These are. That's a good question. These are giant wasps.
Oh, we gotta get some of that wasp honey, guys.
Aaron's
Yeah.
gonna try to prod one of them so that its like stinger sticks out, and then he's gonna like swing his greatsword in one wide sweep so that he can collect the stinger.
All right, you have a stinger, which if used in a good enough way, within a couple of days or so, it has this just really potent toxin in it. And you see fatly hanging in a tree nearby is a big wasp's nest that's been emptied of its drones as they have tried to fight you and you've killed them all. This thing is gigantic.
Well, to the victors of spoils, I say we loot the honey and set that thing on fire, and anyone else who's in there.
Oh, if we burn it though, we can't get as much of the honey.
That's why I said we'd loot the honey. Or do you think we should
loot
come
the
back
honey.
later?
I think we should definitely do it now. We could like poke it. Could we like take the longest thing we have? I think I've got a 10-foot pole. Tarn's gonna kind of jab the hive with the pole and see if it rouses something inside, like the queen.
You all have
Soldiers.
you all have slain these massive drones. Nothing but like mewling, maggoty, unformed drones just tumble out of this gigantic thing. It falls to the ground and cracks open. There are all these things, just squishy things swarming around inside. You see the queen forming a whole half of the back of this thing. All of it is unable to fight you, though. It is full of a strange white creamy nectar on the inside.
I'd say we loot the nectar, and I leave it to you guys if we destroy creatures that can't defend themselves.
Might be a
I'm gonna
fate
start
worse
eating
than death on
grubs.
that one. All right.
These are the biggest grubs I've ever seen. I'm eating them.
Yeah, you could.
You know what? As sick as it sounds, that would save us a ration. So yeah, we're gonna loot the honey, and then we're going to
humanely kill the animals before we cook and eat them.
Oh, you got to eat them while
Likely
they're still
eating their
alive.
own
It keeps
honey.
them fresh.
Yeah. Yeah. We have
What
lots
if
of sushi.
Anybody eating this except Riga can make a con save.
I'm not eating. I'm not eating it. No.
Riga, on
yeah.
the other hand, can totally eat this as his food for the day. Meanwhile, you can gather 3. But what do you put it in? Does anybody have any like containers or? I mean, it's not part of the equipment list, so I can say that you have containers. I'm just imagining like what would you have that would be like that?
Beyond a water
Flashy
One of
sky.
the empty bottles of wine that we drank from Percy's Inn.
Do you carry the empty bottles with you? That I suppose that's possible. All
Kinda
right.
hanging out
Are
in
they
the pocket.
are they already in a container? Like assume that they're stored somehow in the nest, right?
I mean, there's just like chunks of comb, just hanging around with wads of this goop.
I mean, could we wrap it up in the nest material itself?
Yeah, if you had something like a horse blanket or something, you could just kind of tie it together and make a big sloppy goopy thing and put it on top of your cart with your mule, or put it on your mule anyway.
I mean,
except,
like the paper from the actual nest. Are there like hunks of it that we could wrap around the stuff?
not to keep it all together and keep it from falling
Okay.
apart. You all have shattered it. But the mule also couldn't carry this. Now, there are 5 days worth of 3 rations each worth of this like cream. So if somebody has 5 slots, they could carry this thing, a giant sack of goop. But
Well, if we're keeping it then, I will place one of Taran's torches on the horse, and he'll fill up his entire inventory with a sack of all this honey.
all right,
Or, I guess it's not exactly honey.
you
I
all
call
have
it white goop.
3 days worth each of honey, worth of rations that you're carrying. So that's 15 rations worth of honey that you're carrying, Terran, occupying 5 slots. All right. Let's see. That was a few hours in. You travel another couple of hours. I assume you're staying along the trail. Is that the plan?
Yeah.
Okay.
We might as well stay at my cave. At least we know the first night could be secure.
You know that you're getting close to the cave at this point, which lies off the path to the left, when all of a sudden, just next to you, now, this one, you'll need to pass a DC 12 wisdom check, Riga. See if you notice this as it happens. It's going to happen right next to you. Nice. Riga, just up ahead, you see the ground shake, and you see the roots of the trunk of a tree. Its roots just start to and get ripped out of the ground. You see ahead of you on the path to the left, between you and where your cave is, a massive humanoid. This thing is gigantic, and it's ripping a tree out of the ground and about to use it to club you all. This is currently at near range. It would have been at close, but you're not surprised now.
Okay, so I mean, we're in combat whether we want to be or not.
You can run, but you don't have to.
I mean, with our
Just-
mule, we're not going to outrun this thing, right?
I mean, yeah, let me clarify. You can usually run. So, a couple of options. One is you could run back the way you came. Can you outrun it? Yeah, probably. You're running for your life. Yeah, the mule can keep up. The other option is you could veer into the woods, but, who knows what's there. And it becomes more difficult to navigate, and it's difficult terrain and stuff. But you might be able to evade it better in the woods. to lose it. And you won't lose your progress. That's the biggest thing. If you turn tail and hightail it the way you came, I'm going to say that you're going to lose several hours of your progress. But yeah, you can outrun it, I will say.
All right. I mean, real quick, running or fighting?
I think running might be best.
This is
Right, so
run.
yeah.
All
I've
right,
got
so
2 hit
running.
points left,
Bravely
so I
run
can't really...
away.
All right.
We'll run in the woods and scatter a little bit and meet back. Are we within, like, are we pretty close to my cave at this point?
Yeah, you were. Did you want to go in the woods? I'm sorry.
Yeah, I was going to say, if we all scatter, we have, more chance of surviving. Plus, if we're that close to my cave, we could just meet back there. Are we within sight of the cave or no?
No. Yeah, it's probably
Oh,
still
okay.
a couple of miles away.
Okay, never mind. Yeah, let's just run.
Okay. All right. You run back the way you came, and you make it just within sight of the goddess statue, and you see something, as night falls, something quite horrific. Let's see here.
Out of the frying pan into the bigger frying pan and into the fire.
We're really bad at this.
This road is cursed.
It's a bit of a picaresque, isn't it?
Night has fallen as you fled. You can hear yourself breathing on the path as the sun sets. Just as you consider maybe taking out a lantern or something, needing to do that. A second here. You see that the head of the goddess statue has been decapitated. And let me see here. This will determine how... No, actually, you guys don't have to do this. You do see a fire here near where this the goddess statue has been decapitated, near where it's been desecrated.
This is unacceptable.
That.
Oh, if they're feeling good about taking that statue's heads, maybe they won't mind it if we took theirs. Oh crap, that's a lot of them. Maybe they can keep the head.
A whole bunch of people arise from camp, and then you see this figure. It has glowing red eyes from a helm where it appears as if smoke is coming out of the helm in places. Let's see here. It looks like... let me see if I can kind of show you what it looks like.
Oh, get the hell out of here.
And
Uh-oh.
and it says, "Ah, have you come to join us as well on our crusade?"
What crusade is that?
Hold on just a second.
I think we should just book it.
Yeah,
that's a lot of guys.
Crusade? No, thanks.
This road is full of...
This is a horrible place.
Where are the elves when we need them? We need them to start looking off these guys, not us.
well, they are out.
I go to make contact with our servant Cathrodamnus. He's at the palace.
Oh, We're
Funny
going-
you should mention that. We are old friends of him and would love to meet him up at the palace.
Old friends, you say?
Aye.
if you could excuse me for 1 second, and I'll walk over. Is the statue, the head of the statue, laying on the ground?
Mm-hmm.
I'll walk over and I'll urinate on it and be like, "I'm good to go when you are."
Raltnik will try and hide his disgust at this.
Out of character, what's the plan for the group? Are we going to try to follow along the band of reavers?
Yeah, we're gonna go along with what they say, and let them be our unpaid bodyguards if they fall for it to get to the palace, and then from there we can cut loose once we're fully healed.
Give him the slip.
Yeah,
You're gonna need them just to get through the elves, anyways.
precisely. If we do run into the elves, well, they hate us anyhow. So I mean, we'll just have two
We're
sides
going to.
each other.
There's no if about it. We're going to.
Yeah, let's do it.
And we will. I mean, we will accompany you.
Well, this is a direction I didn't see this going.
Yeah.
So he sees that Riga has basically just desecrated the statue even further. He says, "Ah, you share my hatred of Geed. The whore. Observe. This is how we'll treat their gods. Remember this. You have done well."
Yeah.
Without saying a word, Nick is quietly giving a prayer to Eid, I think you said her name was.
Yeah, Geed, yeah.
Goddess, no, we are doing this in your name. We are not happy with this either. Please forgive my friend for peeing on you. It had to be convincing.
I am Bloodfire. I was one of the cabal that once took the palace in days long ago. Centuries now. I march with these, my vassals, to retake what is ours and to finish what we started. And then, go ahead.
Riga Grub Eater. Nice to meet you.
Are you prepared to receive the mark of my service? Extend your arms.
Not taking any marks, so we will travel with you. We will fight with you, but we're freelance mercenaries types.
Hey there, Rose?
Yeah, I think
Message here says, "Hang on."
Okay.
I thought I saw an animal in the background. Maybe it's going crazy.
Probably.
Yeah, sorry about
Yeah,
that. Anyways, he says, you misunderstand the way the world will work soon. You will submit, or you will die.
I mean, you get hundreds of elves to fight. Fight them too. You know, why can't we just travel together?
They mean nothing to me.
Yeah, me either.
Besides
So let's go forward.
he turns around and looks at all the people behind him, and he's like, "They are refusing the mark of your master. Is anyone
Nonsense.
worthy?"
We haven't refused anything.
I'm sorry. What'd you say?
Nonsense. We haven't refused anything.
Very well. This is your last chance. Extend your arms and receive my blessing.
Mr. Nonsense, were you going to go accept that?
Out of character? No.
Oh, okay.
What do
Trevor's-
the people that are with him look like? These vassals of his? Do they look like they have their wits and their senses about them, or is there a sort of or is there like does it seem like any of them are enraptured or
Right.
controlled by him?
Yeah. So when you look, because after he says that, you kind of look back at the campsite that they've built, and all these people, and they're squatting and things and hanging around. A bunch of them have stood up and started to gather around him, and they're all looking towards you. There's nothing obvious like glowing eyes in the dark or anything like that, but there is one
I've
thing.
gone.
Hold on. There is one thing that is very obvious, which is that they all stand perfectly silent, which is, I wouldn't say normal human behavior. You should have some muttering and stuff, but apart from that, there's nothing obvious. Okay, Tanner, what were you gonna say?
Now that you mention that, I'm not so sure. My idea is that I could be branded, and then when they're not looking, I just use my sword to slice off that bit of skin. It would hurt,
but
like...
your soul's still gonna be gone.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, too. Yeah,
This
it might be better to
illustration
just...
makes me balk.
It might be better to just run. Yeah, we'll throw sand in his face and say, "Here's our loyalty," and run. What do you guys think?
I don't think we can run from this.
So
I'll
I could
go
frame
with
some
what the group.
options. Yeah, so tell me what your intention is, what you'd like to try to do, and then I'll frame some options. Of how
I'll go with the group feels, but I'll go with how the group feels. But I mean, Taryn personally wouldn't have any issue, I think, with signing up with someone who wants to push further into to go to the palace. But I can understand why you guys are disinterested in it, both in character and out of character. But I'll go with what you guys feel like, whatever the consensus is.
I don't think our clerics can do this and maintain their cleric.
Ooh, that's a good point.
Well, there's only one cleric left I know of, and he is actually very intrigued by this.
Yeah, he would be too. Oh man, does it? Yeah, I don't know what. I don't think Trevor would be down for it.
Okay, so
Is this just a random illustration you picked?
No, it's not random at all.
Right, I don't want to fight him, I guess.
We're in no state to fight him, no.
Yeah.
He looks like the one of the Death Knights from
Yeah.
Dragonland, and that's giving me flashbacks. And
That's the art from the Fiend Folio. I didn't want to say anything. That is in fact a Death Knight.
Ooh.
Okay, all right. So it
I might
sounds
get
like
TPK'd here.
It sounds like you're talking about running. So let me frame some options for running. Can you just like take your stuff and merrily go? No, of course not. Right now, the good news is that you weren't surprised. They didn't get a drop on you. And why that's important is if you were at close and you were surprised, I would say they'd be able to act, and it could be very difficult. But you're at near, and you're at far from some of them, right? So you're kind of staring across the field at each other. So from there, I'm going to say one option is you could just leave the mule and just run, and you could run either way. You could run to or from, and you'll be good to go. The other option is trying to create a distraction. You need some kind of opening to get yourself at far distance. I'm going to say once you get at far distance, you're good to go. Now, whatever attempt you make at distraction, if it fails, that could go the other way. I think those are the only things I could think of. Those are just some options I can think of that you could try to do. The biggest problem is having that mule, covered in stuff and trying to run with it is going to be the biggest problem. None of them have
I'm just going to
mounts.
run. I'm going to run and hope we don't get fireballed.
Yeah, we're just gonna... Besides my leather armor and greatsword, what else is on the mule?
Lots of food.
Food and torches.
Food and torches. Maybe they'll leave him alone and he'll find his way home.
Yeah, we can, probably. Yeah, we can just hunt for food and get torches in the woods later. We're just gonna have to book it.
I've
Yeah.
got a ton of. I've still got that honeybee rations and
True.
extra past
And
that.
I've
We
got
won't
2
starve.
rations too, so
All
yeah.
right.
Alright,
Now,
in that case,
this,
hopefully the mule will find its way home. Most likely we'll just book it.
this is kind of misrepresented. You all came in from the west, so but you can go either way. You can run to the east, which at this point would put you a few hours out in the middle of the night from Mir, or you could run back to the west in the direction that you came from. Or you could go in the woods or the hills. Well, not the hills, they have that blocked. The woods.
Direction we came from. I mean, we can't lose any more time.
All right.
What do you guys think?
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, sure. The giant can't still be there, right?
So you can travel only a couple of hours left in the day at this point, but you book it. You just leave your mule with the stuff and you just run. At this point, somebody needs to light a torch, or you're not going to be able to see.
I'll light it.
Okay, use one of your torches.
Trevor could cast light.
Do you
Oh,
want to cast
never mind.
light for an hour?
Yeah. So
Okay.
that we don't lose a torch, just in case. Let's
That,
see here.
it's a good point because you might need those torches for a campfire.
Yay!
All right, so that gives you enough just to run and get away. So bam, and you're running. You've got light, running down the trail in the dark as you cast light. Not Druga. Gosh darn it, Terran. You've got this sack of bee goo that's staining the back of your armor, and you're, running in the night, and you can hear yourself breathing, and you hear his masked breath, just like like Darth Vader, just like you hear something through his mask as you run, and nothing else, and otherwise you run, for an hour or so, and you don't make it back to the cave. Now you've got two options at this point. You can either attempt to push further into the night. So you always have the option to attempt once to, in overland travel, push harder. It says pass a con check for each extra hex attempted. So everybody would need to pass a DC 12 con check. Oh my gosh. My computer's freaking out. What a night. I'm having a hard time. Uh-oh. I need this computer. Unfortunately. Okay. I'll have to rethink that. I have all my pubs up right here. Okay. So you can either camp right here, or you can try to push harder into the night is the two options.
I think it's
What do you
worth
guys
it
think?
to get to the cave.
Yeah, let's push.
Push.
All right. I won't have you do a navigation check because you've been back and forth on this trail, and Riga is familiar with this area and stuff. But everybody has to pass a DC 12 con check, or else somebody's going to be lagging behind.
Ooh. 50-50, fingers crossed. Ah. Big failure on Terran.
14 or higher, 14
I
or higher,
fail.
14 or higher. That is nowhere close to a 14 dice. Screw you.
Yay!
Okay.
Trevor is on fire.
So Terran and Routnik are struggling to keep up. Exhausted. Especially Terran with that giant sack of bee goo.
He worked on strength, but he didn't do endurance.
Yeah, skip leg day, yeah.
Yeah. Tiny.
I'm behind by one also.
Okay, so I guess you're camping. I assume that you get off the trail
Yeah, sure.
and set up a camp. You'll not have time to get firewood.
Yeah,
So,
I mean, should we huddle for warmth?
I got a few torches.
in order to get, so again about resting in this game, if you rest, you get all your hit points and all your spells, all of them. But to do that, you need to consume a ration and have a campfire. and rest and not be interrupted.
I mean, the Death Knight's coming this way, so I mean, should we risk a fire?
That's a good point.
That's
I guess, yeah, he is coming this way, isn't he?
That would be signaling where we are.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll just huddle up.
You know, it's huddle for warmth, unfortunately. You know,
All right.
Is there any place that we can pull up?
There is, but you were unable to make it because two of your friends can't keep going.
No. Oh, that's a
If there
tough.
was ever a game I could kick up the butt right now.
And now we're in the Shadowdark, which means that you are currently in the dark, which means it is now deadly outside.
I mean, maybe he can't follow us, because his guys were chilling around a fire too. Maybe they were taking a break for the night.
He'll follow us.
You are
if he
now out
passes
in
during the night,
Shadowdark.
we can. If he passes during the night, we can rest all day tomorrow in my cave.
Okay. Sure, yeah, let's resting sounds good then. Or rather, hiding.
Overland travel is insanely dangerous and tricky in Shadowdark.
Yeah, so, let me see what his stuff is. Okay, that's good. Okay, this is... So, Riga, you notice that in time, you see lights coming in the distance. It seems others have chosen to keep traveling in the night. What do you do?
I mean, we're not on the trail. We're off the trail. We're hunkered down. Probably in some, some declivity so that we're not,
After several hours, they pass. So you don't wake everybody up, whoever's on watch.
we never settled on a watch order.
Technically, you don't even have to sleep through the night. You just won't get any of your hit points and spells. And you're not going to anyway.
Yeah, I imagine that's what I'm doing. I imagine I'm just sitting there in my armor, like...
Ready, yeah. Some of you kind of blacking out, coming back, micro sleeping. Everybody's vigilant, hyper vigilant. Eventually, this light passes, and you can hear people walking on the trail. Maybe about 9 or 10 of them, and then they pass after several hours. You don't hear them anymore. Let's see. To make a note. A few more hours pass in the night. Maybe some of you have kind of like drifted off, some of you haven't. Riga, make another wisdom check. Nice. You think you hear in the night, you think you hear one scream. Echoes through the mountains nearby. And then nothing.
Like in the direction that the group passed, or in a different direction?
This direction.
Like, can you ping it again?
Oh.
That's a different direction then, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Beyond the tree line into an open field into the grasslands.
I'm just going to remain vigilant, but I'm not going to wake anybody that's zoned out up.
All right. The great news is you all rolled very well for the Shadowdark for an encounter every single round through the night. And the sun rises the next day to a very tired group of people. What do you do?
Let's head for my cave and crash. There's plenty of grub there we can eat.
All right. Make a intelligence check. Oof.
Yeah.
Not that. Okay, let's see here. You have trouble meeting the trail when you start finding your way back, and in fact, you find yourself into a group of hills. And eventually you find you kind of break out of the tree line, and you have this group of hills, and then you realize you have like a low mountain, and then beyond it, you're facing towards a wall of mountains. Before, it's kind of like you had it here. Every once in a while, you'd have a hill on your left. You thought and you hoped that's where you were going, but you ended up, now you're like facing this ridge line of mountains ahead of you, that is blocking your view. Let me let's see, roll for this. 4. Okay, 4 of them. And as you're headed that way, you see a cave. This is a different cave, but you hear echoing in the skies above you from where you are.
I barely heard what you said.
Yeah, probably didn't transmit with my mic. You hear like the screeching noises from birds, giant birds somewhere in the air above you.
Is that a familiar sound? Is it the same ones as last time?
Probably,
Yeah, it sounds the same as before.
Yeah, we just book it into the cave. We're not dealing with this right now.
You go in the cave?
Yeah.
Okay.
There's something horrible in that cave.
You let's see. Let's go in the cave. Somebody light a torch, I presume.
Cast light again.
Okay, yeah, because let's see how that goes.
Here we go. Nope.
Nope. Okay, you lose the spell for the day. Does anybody?
All right, Taryn will crack the torch that he has on.
All right. So you light a torch. You go in the cave and you hear. And as you go in and away from the entrance where anything outside wouldn't be able to see, you see these brambles, these huge brambles. They come up almost chest high, and there's circular portions of these brambles.
I light a torch. If you said they were brambles, like plant brambles?
Yeah. Now, Taryn has a torch lit.
Okay, well, if these are plant brambles, then Rultnick's gonna light a torch too if he gets my drift.
Oh, you're gonna try to set them on fire.
If they're making noises and threatening us, then absolutely.
Okay.
Would it be possible to blast him with a magic missile, or does magic missile not do that?
I mean, yeah. So, what is your intention is to set these on fire and destroy them? Just trying to make sure I understand just what you.
Are they in the cave or outside of the cave?
They're inside the cave. So as you left the entrance behind you, where anything could see you, go further into the cave, at least where anything couldn't see or hear you. Deeper in the cave, you see these brambles that come up about chest high, and they're circular. There's several of them, and you hear this "Row, row, 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 row," coming from the brambles.
From the brambles, okay.
Okay. I misunderstood. I thought that the cawing was coming from outside,
Same here.
and that the brambles were like right there. So it's like, oh, here are our options: razor sharp brambles. Or okay, that's I guess we keep an eye on that.
Okay, so we got
What
one
are you
vote
thinking?
to burn them. What's everyone else think?
I'm
Yeah, I'm
cool
all for
with
burning them.
Yeah, it's burning.
Smoke is out of the cave.
Oh, what's the ceiling height? What's the height of the ceiling?
Probably about 20 feet. Probably about 20 or 30
It won't
feet
be
wide.
bad. We laid on the ground. The smoke wouldn't affect us. Plus, it might chase the birds off.
Okay, so you light a fire on the brambles. And starts a fire in here. I guess I don't have anything else. Okay. You're eventually you probably have to take something else to get it to go because it's kind of moist in here. But you eventually get them burning. Smoke starts billowing up. The fire spread, and you hear desperate inside of the brambles, like this desperate sounds. And then you hear from the cave entrance. You hear from the cave entrance. As like there's these things getting closer to the cave entrance.
Oh my god, it's their nests.
Well, they shouldn't have freaking picked a fight with us, should they have?
Grievous mistakes have been made this day.
You set their nests on fire. They're very mad. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Well, you said they were brambles that came up to us, yes?
No. Okay. Entrance to the cave behind you. Going deeper into the cave. Deeper in the cave, there are brambles. The brambles come up to chest height, and they're circular.
And you described them coming up to us and chirping.
No, I did not say anything came up to you and chirped you. No.
No, they were chirping, but then they didn't approach.
Well, they won't be chirping anymore.
Yeah, I mean, I think we can run because they'll probably be more interested in saving their children.
That's
Yeah, we're just gonna run now that we're murdering all these kids. Like, let's do it.
I'm glad that guy in town is charmed for 5 more days because we may have to go back.
Hey, if we go back, then if we go back, we're all just gonna start becoming a blacksmith or something.
Let's put this further in the cave, make it smaller. And then, let's see, put you all right here. You can change your order of march however you want. You have moments to act. I think I was so unprepared for the idea that these things... never mind. This is not what this is, but it has to be because it's all I have for this. Let me make sure. Yeah. STFG.
For some reason, I'm picturing the harpy from The Last Unicorn. It's kind of what pops into my head.
Get 5 of them. Are these dragons?
No, that is not. These look like. Hold on just a second. Oh. Okay. They have cool art. I wish I could. I had the token ready, but it's it looks like the mix between a I don't know, it just looks like a gigantic, like 10, 12, 15 foot tall when it's standing on its claws, bird, buzzard, hawk thing is what it looks like.
You were spot on when you said the last unicorn then.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, it's not that bad actually. I'm really surprised. Okay, well let's see how it goes. Everybody roll initiative. These things are definitely mad at you for killing their babies.
That's understandable.
All right. So far Taryn, and then we've got Trevor. So Trevor, you're up first. The monster's going to start behind you. Oh wait, Tanner. Oh, Routnick. Okay, so what is your dexterity bonus for Routnick?
My total initiative is, I think it's 12. Let me check.
12. Okay, so Trevor. Okay, Trevor, you can act first.
Oh boy, am I ever unsure right now. I guess he's gonna do a very desperate magic missile on
3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3.
this one, in hopes that we can rush past it and break their line.
I'm missing somebody.
Oh wow, that's a good roll.
Oh yeah, wow.
Will this be? Hey, 2 good rolls. I'm happy with that.
A 4.
Three.
Okay, the one on like the left or
Yeah, this one right here.
okay.
Boom.
Let's see here. Okay. All right. So yeah, what's the goal for the group actually? Starting back with Rigo. Like, is the goal to try to run past them?
I think we probably have to kill one or two and then run.
Okay. Yeah, I will say if you're trying to run past, what you have to be able to do is every person has to pass. There's no opportunity attacks, but there's a moving through check, and it's a DC 15 dexterity check, and every person has to pass it. If you pass, you're on the other side. You're scot-free. You just get out of the cave and run into the forest and get out of here. But anybody who fails it,
make it.
okay. Alternately, yeah, you could try to winnow them down or distract them or do something else. Okay, so that's Trevor. Yuri. Yuri's going to cast... I don't think this spell is going to help anybody, actually. Is anybody missing hit points?
Me.
Okay.
I am.
All right, Routnick. Let's see, where is Routnick? There you are. Okay. I think he lost this spell anyway. He doesn't have it. Yeah, he didn't have this spell because you guys didn't get the rest. And he does not have a ranged weapon, so he's not going to be able to act. He's not going to run ahead and attack either. Daniel.
I'm gonna level my crossbow at that same one on the side.
All right.
The leftmost one. Straight D20.
12.
And it's a miss.
Okay. Taryn.
While we're fighting our way out, let me see how close it is. It looks like I could reach the one on the left and try to slash at it.
You can.
Likewise.
Yeah, if that's your goal, you could do that.
100% that's what I'm doing. Yelling out a battle cry. And a 14.
That hits.
Come on. 6 damage.
6 damage. You, what type of weapon do you have?
This is, it's a great sword. 2-handed slashing weapon.
You swing your greatsword at this thing and slash into its chest, and blood flies into the air, and it rears back, and its wings, flap out in front of you and overshadow you in its wings. Routnick.
If that thing's still alive, then I am going to be
walking on over and finishing it off, ideally.
Alright, 12.
15 versus.
That hits.
Splendid. In that case, 1d8 plus 1 damage is coming its way. 3.
3. Okay. You also slash into it. You guys start hacking it down. You start kind of like dancing with its claws, you know, because it starts kind of hopping around you, trying to get an angle. You all start doing the same thing. Riga.
I don't know. I can't move for some reason. I'm going to attack the closest one. Or I'm going to attack the same one they're attacking.
Dang it. Oh, you can't move your
I
token.
move my guy for some reason. I don't know. Every time I do, I do a spell explosion for some reason.
Oh, maybe select the token control in the top left.
Are you trying to take that one?
It's this
Yeah,
one right here, Riga.
Yeah, okay, this is, yeah.
Okay. Alright, it misses. Let's see here. That makes it the monster's turn. This is Mariel. This one right here. Are you able to move this one, Riga?
No, I just moved mine. Somehow I moved mine.
Oh, okay.
This is, I was
this
moving
one is Riga.
Muriel, yeah.
Alright, let's see here. They are going to run forward and try to attack what they can on the edge as well. All of your NPCs will.
Oh, I feel very exposed.
16 for 2 damage. Everybody starts hacking this one down. Mariel. Oh, Mariel doesn't have to move. I keep getting that wrong. She wouldn't do that. She fires her crossbow. Nat 20. Ooh, 5
beauty.
Damage. And kills it. Crossbow flies overhead. Indrik's going to attack this one. And misses. And now the monsters are going to attack. This one's going to attack Indrik. And I think it misses. +4 to hit. Misses. These are going to swoop in. This one's going to try to fly past. And succeeds. And makes it to behind you all. $14 hits, Indrik, and let's see, he does rend D10. 5 damage, kills Indrik.
Oof.
And then this one's going to attack Riga. +4, 17. Does a 17 hit Riga?
I'm AC 3. Or just ascending.
Huh?
Yeah, ascending in this one.
Oh, yeah, it's ascending. I think you're 15. Yeah. Riga takes 9 damage.
15.
And this one's going to fly in and try to attack Daniel. 18. Does that hit, Daniel?
Oh yeah, that hit.
4. 10 damage.
Alright.
Alright. How's everybody doing? Everybody
I'm just
up?
gonna be trying to make a dex check and get through that dead one, honestly.
Okay. Well, since we're at that and we're back at Trevor, let's get back to the caller and Rigo. What's the group gonna do?
I'm gonna try to run through.
Everybody's gonna try to run through.
It's like got a nice little opening right here.
Okay.
So this one's dead, so we can bust a hump through here as well.
Yeah, 2 of you will not have to make that check. 3 of you. Riga, you won't have to make that check. Egrim will have to make that. And Mariel, Trevor, and Yuri won't have to. But Daniel will. So why don't we go ahead and just resolve that? So anyone that has to make that check, go ahead and make it now. I'll do it for Egram. It's a DC 15. Egram makes it.
Come on, Daniel.
I need a 17.
A nat 1.
No.
Oh boy. Yeah, you're in combat with it. All right. And then Riga has to make the check.
All right.
Nice. Nat 20.
Nice.
Yeah, all right. You all make it to the other side. Taryn does as well, and so does Routnick. No problems there. Mariel, Trevor, and Yuri. Daniel, I'll say that you can still attack, though. I can't remember if that's true, but I'm going to rule that you can.
Okay, sure. Why not?
It was basically a
+3.
failed movement. You lost your movement. Nat 20.
There we go. That's double damage.
Double
then?
dice. Yeah, double dice.
Okay.
Full max.
2d6 plus 1. 5 damage.
5 damage. Okay. Oh, man. I think these things are going to chase you all into the woods, except for maybe one of them. Let's see. So that's what you all did on your turn. It's their turn. This one is going to drag Indrik's body into the cave, toss his body into the fire, and then move over to Daniel. This one's going to attack Daniel and misses. And Daniel, you start like rolling out of the way with these monstrous beasts trying to stomp you. And then these two are going to swoop after you all and essentially chase you all off the screen into the woods. The really bad part of that, the really bad part, is it's two separate groups currently. So we'll see how that goes in a second. But I have Mariel, Trevor, and Yuri as a separate group. Mariel, Trevor, and Yuri. Now, Daniel, are you also still trying to run?
Yes, yes.
Very well. See if you can make it past them.
Right, 17? No.
Oh boy. Okay. Everybody else is kind of a non-issue now. So you can attack. See if you can.
Yeah, I'll keep stabbing that same one. 13?
13. 13 hits.
Okay. For 4 damage.
All right. You open a gash in its chest and narrowly dodge its claw. It comes back around. Both of them do now, and they try to attack you. +4 is a 14 hit.
Yes.
Okay, you take 8 damage.
Oof.
Still up?
Still up.
Nice.
Yep.
Okay. It's back to you again. See if you can get past them. No luck? No luck tokens?
Gosh.
Oh no.
Oh, I do have a luck token.
Oh gosh.
Yes.
Use your luck.
Oh boy. What is that? Add a d6?
No, you can re-roll it.
Oh, I see. Okay. Yeah, I'll use that. Oh.
Oh. Yeah. You make it past with the second group and run out. Oh my gosh. And you all are chased into the woods in 2 separate groups.
What a mess.
Wow.
All this over scrambled eggs.
Boy, that was an adventure.
Let's see here. Just to abstract this, you have 2 groups. You don't know where each other are currently, and you're both in the woods. I'll describe what's around each of you. 2 players in one group, 3 in the other. So, let's start with the group that has Mariel, Yuri, Trevor, and Daniel. Group 2. You all actually run until you make it into a swampy, marshy, muddy area. And you break past a tree line. and you look ahead and you can see an unimproved road beyond this swampy area. There's some low-lying hills, but there's no forest ahead of you now. When you look ahead, you instead see wetlands and grasslands, and you see an old, unimproved country road leading to your left front, to your right front, miles ahead. And the forest is all behind you. You've managed to outrun this giant bird creature. What do you do?
Boy. My educated guess is that this is the other road that goes from Mir to the south on that T intersection. So if we went to the east, we would go back that way. But our group is split up, so boy.
How would we be able to reconnect?
Yeah.
Well, we could always yell, but I feel that'd bring some unwanted company.
Well, obviously we wouldn't yell, we'd just be trying to find each other.
Kind of cautiously trace our steps back into the woods.
Oh, Trevor.
Thinks it's best we try to find a way back, but then also hit Mir. I think that's what they would do.
Okay, so, Jonah, what do you think? Head back to Mir, or try to search for him and yell, as it were?
Yeah, that yelling's probably no good. I guess Mir does make sense, so yeah.
Very well. You get to the road. Which way do you go on the road? To the left
We would
or
like
to the right?
to. I guess it would be our left to go east.
Yeah, we're the mountains.
It is nighttime when you arrive at Mir. A second unsuccessful trip into the forest. You can only hope that your friends fare better, or fare well also. Meanwhile, the other group, you, on the other hand, are surrounded by an ancient forest. The boughs of the trees, gnarled and fattened with moss. The undergrowth is knee and chest high, sometimes causing winding paths as if a labyrinth. You're surrounded by forest on all sides. It helped you to break the evasion from the giant bird thing, but now it's just forest in every direction. You can see the sun in the sky. As far as I know, Mystara has one sun. It has 2 moons. Maybe it has more than one sun. I don't remember.
I think it just has the one sun, yeah. Nuts to it, I say we keep marching towards the palace.
Well, I don't know. Maybe they're going to try to get to my cave.
Filled with giant, scary bird people.
Not his cave that had the bird people in it. That was that other one we came across, right?
Yeah, a whole different cave. I've been in that cave for 500 years, so, you gotta take what I say with a grain of salt.
I remember the big scary birds. We heard those. We ran into your cave.
No.
I
it's totally
specifically
different
said
cave.
this is a different cave, yeah.
Yeah, we're way off track.
But both caves have involved birds. I don't like caves.
Hey, what do you think they would do? You've been with them longer than me.
I think if we were split up, they would try to go to a place that we all knew about. I doubt they would press onwards to the palace, especially without having a whole bunch of, well, most of the muscle is with us.
Who's with me?
You have Trevor. I'm sorry. You have Trevor, Taryn, and you.
No, I'm not there, no.
Oh, sorry. Trevor, Taryn, and Routnick, and actually, there is one more I'm missing here. Mariel.
Somebody died.
Yeah, but one person I remember did make it out. Let's see. There's Egram, Mariel, Endrick. One of them died. Egram. Egram made it with you all. Endrick died. Mariel, Trevor, Yuri, Daniels on the other group. Trevor. Not Trevor. Sorry, I keep saying that. Taryn, Routnick,
Trevor is
Egram.
omnipresent.
Taryn, Routnick, Egram. And you. Riga. Okay.
Taryn and Routnick are with me. Routnick, so it's Tanner. Where are you saying you think they went? You want to continue on to the palace?
Raltnik would like to continue on to the palace, come hell or high water at this point.
And I think they would have gone to my caves because that's the place where it's the center of my universe. You know, I've lived there for 500 years.
In that case, we'll go on to your cave, Honored One. And
Right.
we'll wait for them there for as long as we can.
So
If
what?
need
I mean,
to
they'll be
hunt,
there
I
when
will
we
go.
get there. Probably they were closer.
What cardinal direction do you all go in, based on the sun? That's all. That's the only navigation that you have currently.
Yeah, based on the sun. Hold on.
And then you can roll a intelligence check.
Right,
Nice. All right. Which cardinal direction do you go in?
Can I see the map? Or
No.
not
'cause
necessarily where, not where we are, but where we were before everything went south.
you're-
I'll be able to see that.
You were already lost, if I recall.
Right. So south.
Right.
I'm gonna go southwest.
Southwest. Very well. You
I'll look,
find
like immediately south, and then I'm gonna go south first, and then southwest after that to try to pick up the trail.
you find a trail. However, you find that this trail, it's a couple of miles off the road. And when you look beyond it, it looks like it goes off into a bowl. Riga, you have not seen this in 500 years. This is the Valley of Gulluvia. As you look on a dozen miles into the distance, it's grasslands from here on out.
Right. So then we should probably travel east until we find the proper trail. Leads to my cave.
All right, night falls. I have to make some checks for y'all. Ooh, it goes well. And you said travel east. You travel for a couple of hours and come to an intersection. The trail continues on to the northeast and switches back as well to the south.
South.
You go south?
Yeah.
Very well.
I mean, what time of day is it right now?
It's getting dark.
I mean, I have some torches. We could get a fire started in camp. I mean, do you think, Ravnik, do you think that's a good idea?
If we're staying on spot, I guess we're gonna definitely want to have a campfire. Though I think the torch that I had from before.
I have 3 torches. I have more than 3 torches.
Okay.
I can give up 3 to get a fire started.
I should
At this
also
point, after
clarify
the torch
that.
from before, I'm out.
Yeah, one of the things about this game is that, yeah, actually, that's cool. I like that. You can douse a torch, but if you light a second torch, it rides along the first torch. That is kind of metagamey. It's kind of like a, mechanical thing, but that's a thing. But also you can douse them, however, and use them. All right, so you, night falls. Oops, I don't want that. And you set up watches, I presume.
There's 3 of us, right?
Start a campfire. There are 4 of you.
I thought there was a 3 with my group and 4 with the other.
We have one of the
Routnick,
hirelings are with us.
Yeah, Igram and
Oh,
Riga.
okay.
And through the watches of the night, nothing Nothing affects you. Nothing interrupts your sleep. Now you have anybody that has spells. You have a campfire. Everybody has food because you have, if anything, you have Terran with you. So everybody, do you want to use some of the honey?
I've got
Yeah,
two
I'll
rations.
lower.
Minus
I'll
4
lower the honey.
You guys
Well,
don't
yeah,
have
I'll
to.
minus 4 honey.
That's
Okay.
extra weight you're carrying, right?
All right. Yeah, so minus 4 honey. And then, yeah, that will free up 1 slot. So that's cool. And then you said that you travel south.
What do we heal?
All your
Under
hit
these
points.
conditions?
Yeah, all
All of
conditions,
them?
all hit points, and get all spells back.
Holy shit.
Yeah, it's very swingy. If you start to not have the stuff, you can see that you start entering a death spiral or very fast. But if if you get it, you're completely fine. So I don't know.
Still seems a bit generous, but okay.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. All right, I'm just gonna like hammer a whole bunch of these out, and we're gonna travel a little bit. You find the road goes south for a very long time. In fact, it goes south until the end of the day, until night comes, and keeps stretching on south and south. Eventually, far off in the distance, you can see some trees where there's another forest. But otherwise, it's wetlands and grasslands all around you for miles.
Oh, so I definitely missed my cave. Should we switch over to the other group now, or?
Oh, they're okay. They're having drinks at the tavern.
Okay.
However, they did use, let's see, 2 days of... 2 days. So you have 3 days left. Assuming you don't try to charm him again. I think it's gonna be at disadvantage this time. He's gonna start being like, wait a second. These people keep coming in and eating my food and stuff and bringing back dead people and things. Or they don't bring people back.
And remember, you're not supposed to go in with your armor.
Yeah, that's true too. You're supposed to take your armor off, yeah. Well, anyways, yeah, so what do you guys do? Riga.
Well, I mean, it's night, so we have to camp, right?
Yeah, so you camp. Night passes. The day comes the next day. What do you do?
Do I feel like I've traveled a day beyond my cave, or less?
I mean, this would be nowhere near your cave because it's just like grasslands for miles, like 10 miles around you in every direction.
So we need to travel northeast to get
Northeast?
to my cave. Yeah.
Okay.
Like a hard north and then northeast.
You travel for several hours. You come back to an intersection of a road. The road at the intersection cuts to your left going west and then continues on to the northeast. You can see far off in the distance a forest to the east and a trail that rides alongside the western edge of the tree line.
So I meant to go off-road. Like 1 hex north and then a hard northeast, like going off-road to try to find the other trail.
Okay, you'd still see these things if you were off-road. And this is, I should say, this is about... Oh, that's not what I want. About, you know, your visibility is about 6 miles, but I give you 9, you know, just so you could see what's at 6, because it's hard to see. So about 6 miles out, maximum 5 miles. Statue miles visibility. You see around you, you know, it's just grasslands all around you, miles upon miles of grasslands. And then there's these roads. So if you go off-road for 4 or 5 miles for several hours, north and then east, then you're going to see that intersection to your north, with one going to the southwest and one continuing on to the northeast. And then you're going to see this forest, and it's about 5 miles away from you, the forest. And on the western
Does this
edge,
look like the same trail I've been on 4 times, or no?
4 times? You have never seen this trail before. Yeah.
Alright, so we have to go northeast more then.
Northeast?
Yeah.
All right. Okay, it gets toward the edge of nighttime, and the forest off to your right, which is to the east, eventually you see a forest coming into view to your left front. They start to narrow in, and you begin to see these foothills off in the distance, and at the base of those foothills you see a little smoke far off in the distance of some village. And then something happens, and I have to roll for this. Yeah, I gotta roll for it, because I'm... Let's see here. Come on. A 33. You start following what you think is a path, and it starts to wind, and you realize all of a sudden that this is a gigantic snake. It's probably 20 feet long and probably a full 3 or 4 or 5 feet wide. And, and you're right on top of it. You're
If we're
right
on
on
top of it, I say we whip out our weapons and show it what for.
Yeah.
Just went
get
full
rid of all
Conan.
this stuff.
Yeah, seriously. And you said we'd been healed up to full because we ate and drank?
Yeah, and you have all your spells if you have any, all the stuff. All the conditions are gone. Let's see, we got
We still have food.
Routnick. Let me get rid of that. And then you got... let's see, Terran. And Riga. And Egrim. Where's Egrim? Egrim's right here. Yeah, I got him. I was trying to find him. Alright. This huge snake. You thought it was the path, and you were actually stepping on the snake because you thought it was a path, and it was this giant green, bright green thing. You start to step on it, and the scale moves, and then it just swings around to attack you. You can roll a d20 for initiative.
With pleasure.
Okay, let's see here. I got a 2. So, Tanner, you got a 20. You're able to act first.
Splendid.
This
Closer
is
to
gonna
18 if that matters at all, but alright, I'm gonna strut on over and take a swing.
Go for it.
Of course, that's the second 18
Oh,
it is.
no.
Took me out of tonight.
All
I'm not
right.
sure if it's doing this on purpose or what's going on, but an 8 probably misses.
Riga. 8 does miss.
I rolled in that once. Do I still go, or do I go after this?
Yeah, so it always keeps the same order. So it's never going to be a different order in the whole game.
Okay, I'll attack.
Yeah. And then whoever rolls the highest goes first, and the monster gets stacked wherever it rolls. All right, you got an 18. Are you doing two-handed?
Man,
It's so weird that it rolled lower damage for two-handed. Oh, because it rolled it, and you got a 3 on that.
I only have two-handed. I don't have one-handed.
Interesting.
I
Yeah.
don't.
All right, so 4 damage. Okay, so you.
I mean, like my first roll is two-handed. You know what I mean? Like they're both two-handed. I don't know. I thought that was like
you
a type of disadvantage thing.
You chop its head off. You fly through the air as Routnick tries to strike it, and you just chop its head off. It rolls on the ground.
Did I use that in one hit?
I should be insulted by you stealing my glory, but truth be told, that was breathtaking.
Yeah.
And breathtaking for him, too.
We'll skin the snake, not just for the hide so we can make nice boots and bags later, but the meat as well so we can restore our rations, or eat here if we need.
After we thoroughly cook it, of course.
Yeah.
You can do that. If you do that, you will be here at night camping, several, on the trail, which you can do.
Well, we're
About right here.
I'm at max capacity, and you guys are probably pretty close to it, so we probably can't take much of this creature with us. So I'd say we set up camp now, let the others come to us if they can, and we feast tonight and tomorrow morning. With
Yeah, sure.
With perfectly marinated snake meat.
That's good to me.
Okay.
All right.
I already rolled the dice, so the night comes, and it passes without a problem. You cook the snake, slice it up, eat the snake that night, eat it the next day. The morning comes. You can see a village off in the distance on the trail, and you see the forests converging on either side into the village, and then the foothills of mountains behind it.
Oh, yeah, let's take the snake skin in.
All right. I'm going to say that it's going to take 3 slots. Does anybody have 3 slots?
Can we all just carry it? You know what I mean? Like,
Do you have 3 slots among?
the max capacity.
Oh, I'll just did we? I mean, we ate last night, right?
Yeah, and it was.
And this is our second day, correct?
Yeah, so you had snake meat on both yesterday and today.
Oh, right. Wait, we had snake meat. Yes.
Now you've traveled for 3 other days. Other than that, so
I've got enough room though, because when we were popping around through the traveling wall loss, that means another bundle of the bee honey got eaten. So.
Okay. All right.
how many slots do we have? Like, I couldn't access my character sheet until today. So, how many slots do we normally have?
You have 10 or your strength score, whichever is higher.
Actually, if I've been eating through my rations, I'll be able to carry 1 or 2 slots of snake hide.
Okay, so you're able to carry the snake
I've been
hide.
feeding. I've been feeding us the honey once we've had it. I have enough slots to carry the whole snake head.
So
I'll
where
take it with, Terry.
where are we going? Like, what do you want for?
The town. I'll throw my crowbar away so I can help carry the snake skin.
I have to roll for.
If
this
it's not,
day.
keep the crowbar. If it's 3 slots, I have all the slots necessary.
Okay,
I can carry it
well,
by
I
myself.
can carry the snake
I'll
hide,
keep
and
it.
then we'll continue on to the palace.
No, there's a town nearby. We might want to go there first. Friends
Whatever
might be
makes
there.
me happy.
All right. You have arrived back at the town of Mir. This is the 4th day of 5. So by tomorrow, the charm will have run out a second time. I think I'm going to modify what's going to happen with the charm next time. And you've had a second failed attempt and another dead person. Although fewer people died this time. Into the wilderness south of the Moorfowl Mountains along the trail. That will end the adventure for tonight.